Yo, yeah. Hey. Soon as you come over, it's over. I'ma lay you down right on my sofa. You drinking mimosas, 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 mimosas. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. You got the mimosas and Hennessy. You love that OJ mixed with champagne. Make you feel a vibe you can't explain. She fuck with the mimosas.
What's up, Cam fam? Welcome back to my channel. It's Kiera, or the Beauty Kameleon, whichever you prefer. So earlier today I went out with my big sis, and I've already had like 3 mimosas today. So I'm not gonna drink too much. Y'all know I'm clumsy. Okay. That's good. Alright, let's get this mask started. So far, I like the Spa Scriptions mask. Again, they come with this little cute applicator. It's really gentle, goes on really smooth. We're trying the Dead Sea Minerals Gel Face Mask. It's supposed to clear up impurities and all that good stuff. So, we're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and get my timer ready. Set it for 15 minutes. I'm not gonna start it until I get the mask on. Alright. It's kind of a white one. Take this. Just gonna get a little. Let's see. I remember I told y'all my problem areas are my T-zone, my ear, and then the crevices in my nose. So I really pay attention to products and whether they work based on these sections of my face. All right, the Dead Sea mask is officially all on. I don't know if y'all can see, but let me set this alarm at 15 minutes. Okay, so crying is cool. It's okay. It is okay to cry. I have embraced the fact that I'm a crybaby. It's a part of my nature, and I have learned over time that crying literally makes you feel better. Just a little bit about me and my experiences as far as loss. I am no stranger to loss. Alright, so I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of insight on my life and my pain and my journey, and just simply tell y'all that crying is cool and it's okay. Alright, so as I explained before, I am no stranger to pain and suffering and things of that nature. Right here I have 3 obituaries from 3 people that I have lost that have such a significant hold on my life and my heart. They mean so much to me, and through their deaths, I learned that crying is cool. I lost 2 cousins, one in 2006, Kyrie, and one in 2015, Jared. They were brothers, and they were very special people to me. Cousins are just like siblings. I'll show y'all Kyrie. This is Kyrie. He was killed in 2006. And then I have Jared's obituary. He was killed in 2015. For real, me and Jared wasn't even that close when I was younger. He was actually really mean to me when I was a kid. But then when I got older, I don't know, something just kind of snapped into place, and he just became my favorite. I want to say after his brother got killed in 2006, that's probably when me and Jared got really close. Because at one point in time, Jared came to live with me and my mom. And I just remember we got really close in that whole time period that he lived with us. And Jared never missed a beat. of my life. He was at every prom, every graduation. I just recently graduated again in August. I got my master's in social work, and I guarantee y'all, he would have been there. He'd have been there. The last time I saw him was at my graduation when I graduated from the Pennsylvania State University. Ooh, Penn State, Nittany Lion Gang, woo woo. He drove up, him and a couple of my other cousins drove up to see me, and that was the last time I saw him, supporting me at my graduation. Yeah, I cried a lot. I cried a lot when these people died, and it made me feel weak at times. And crying is a weak action. Sadness is a weak emotion, and it's not. It really is not. When you can fully sit in your emotion, understand your emotion, understand what you're feeling, and release it. Sadness is not anger. It's very different than anger. If you think about it, anytime you've ever been angry, mad, pissed off, think about what caused you to be angry, pissed off, mad. And think about what you felt before you got mad. A lot of times it's sadness or it is hurt before anger. So I want to have this episode encourage people to tune into their primary emotions first before they resort to anger. A lot of times death can cause people to be really mad and so hurt that they skip acknowledging their hurt and they skip acknowledging their sadness and automatically jump to, I'm mad, I need revenge, I need to do something to tune into this anger, when you should really be focusing on what you felt before you got mad, which was sad or hurt. Then the last loss I want to talk about is a loss that isn't a family member. I lost my best friend, Shakura, in 2010. I was 16 and she was 17. I remember I was a junior in high school. She was a senior in high school and on her way to college or whatever she was going to do, and she was killed that summer. She was shot and killed. All three of my losses were losses due to senseless gun violence in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is a part of the reason why I moved. I guess I was trying to escape some trauma, you know? I don't know. So maybe subconsciously. It was like, get away, you know? But anyways, this is my best friend Shakura. That loss, I would say, really hurt me more than most, because that was the loss that changed my faith. It changed a lot of things for me. I was mad at everybody. I was mad at God mostly because I just could not understand why he would take somebody from me. I didn't feel like I deserved it. Take her from her mother, her sibling, just take her from the world. She was such a breath of fresh air. She was so positive. She was fun. She was happy. I don't know one person who could say anything negative about her. So I just could not understand as a 16-year-old why. And that happened in 2010. And what's crazy is that in 2006 when Kyrie was killed, the first person I called was her. So when she died, I just couldn't, I was just like, who do I call? She was the person, that I called. And I have other friends and they came through for me for sure. But that loss, it messed me up something serious. Like I said before, you can't pick your family. You're born into your family. So while my other two very significant losses are family members, their blood, this is a girl I picked. I picked her to be my friend. And she picked me to be her friend for however long we was going to be friends. Forever, I would hope. And she was just snatched, And it hurt. It really did hurt. But I would have to say that I cried a lot from all those deaths, all those losses. It was cry. I'm sad and I'm super emotional and I'm in pain. And crying was literally the only thing I knew how to do. And for a while I felt so weak, like I'm a crybaby. I need to stop crying and do something about it. But what can I do about it? Go kill somebody? No, that's not me. So eventually, once I got into my career field with school, because I lost Shakura and Kyrie before I even went to college. So once I lost those two, I went into undergrad undecided. I had no idea what I wanted to do. Once I figured out what I wanted to do, it was literally based on my life experiences. And one of the things was learning how to deal with pain and life and trauma and things like that. So that's why I'm in the career that I'm in now. Like I said, I want to be a marriage and family therapist. I'll probably say that very often because it's going to happen. I now want to give y'all other things I do to cope instead of just crying. Because I don't just sit here and cry all day if I'm in some type of pain. Some other things I like to do, and this also works for anxiety, is I like to rip up paper when I'm feeling nervous. I have a really bad nail biting habit, so when I've bitten up all of my nails, I resort to paper. Granted, I should resort to paper first, but I'm trying, y'all, bear with me. I rip up little pieces of paper, and it just gives you something to do. Like a nervous tick, it gives you something to do. I also like to color in these things called mandalas. So mandalas are like, let me just go get them. I'm gonna go get my dump journal and I'm gonna get mandalas and I'm gonna show you guys those. So hot. I have two books here to show you guys. This one is a book I use. I call it my manifestation journal. My friend Lauren, she does tarot card readings. Her name is the Ghetto's Guru. You can find her on Instagram. She's great, amazing, cost efficient, and she is efficient in general. I literally gave her nothing to go off of, and she read me my whole life, and it was amazing. So she gave me pretty much homework to go out and get another journal, because I told her that I already journal in one thing. She told me to go out and get a book specifically for manifestation. So on every new moon, she told me to go ahead and write down everything I want to manifest by the next new moon. And I learned that there's a new moon once a month. Another thing I have is a regular journal. I like to call it a dump journal because I literally dump everything I'm thinking, all of my thoughts, all of my feelings, emotions, goals, things I want to do, anything I can think of, I dump it right in here. This is a fairly new one because the other one I was writing in, I filled up the whole book, and I'm very proud of myself for actually filling up that whole book. That whole journal was done in cursive. This journal so far has been done in cursive, and I want to continue to do that with every journal I have because then I want to pass down my journals to my kids. Like I said, I write down everything in these books. So if anybody got a hold of these books, they gonna learn some shit about me. I like to date and timestamp my journal entries. So at the top of the paper, the first thing I'm writing is the day of the week, the date, the time that I'm writing, and then I just write whatever I'm feeling. I write goals, anything. It's a dump journal, so it's for all of your just thoughts that come to mind. It helps especially when you're in pain and you're in a time of suffering, because a lot of times your emotions are all over the place, your thoughts are racing, you have no idea really how you feel. You feel sad, you feel mad, you want to feel happy because the person will want you to feel happy. It's a whole lot of emotions going on. So I strongly encourage getting a dump journal and going ahead and just using it to dump out all of everything you feel into that journal. At the end of each entry, I put a timestamp as well. I also like to do my signature. I don't know why, but that's just me. And it just gives me an idea or a sense of how long I was writing that entry. So when I started, when I finished. And like I said, dating things in general helps because when you look back a year from now, you look at that entry, you can see what mind state you were in. You can see what type of thoughts you were thinking, and then you can compare it to how you're feeling now. And it doesn't have to be a year. It could be a week later. You could be like, wow, just last week I was feeling so depressed, and now look, today I'm writing an entry about how happy I am. So I like to use it to help myself see what growth I've been going through, and it's documented. You know your own self, and you know what growth you're going through, but to be able to look back and remember it because you wrote it down, it just does something for you. So, you know, drop a comment below if y'all go ahead and get dump journals, and let me know how y'all like them. And then the last thing is mandalas. when I'm feeling like I just don't know what to do sometimes, this is another way I like to cope. It just gives you something to do with your hands. It also comes out to be very visually appealing once you're done, if you're good at coloring. So I'm just going to show y'all a few of the things I did in here. These are some of the things I colored when I was sad, when I was happy, when I was bored. Oh, that's my timer. It's time to wash this mask off. But anyways, go get y'all a mandala book, big book. I'm sure they have even bigger ones than this, smaller ones, whatever you prefer, and use it as a coping skill. I'm gonna go wash this mask off and let y'all know how I feel about it. So I'm back and my face feels very smooth. I have learned that I think in order to really see how some, I won't say all, how some masks work, you have to go to sleep and wake up the next day. The last mask I did was the gold gel mask, and that one was for intense hydration to revitalize smooth and soften skin. And like I said, these are my problem areas, and I get really, really dry in these areas. And I wake up and it'll just be like little flakes on my nose in this area, on the like front ends of my eyebrows. And when I say the next morning, I had no flakes in these corners. Amazing. So that gold one, I really liked it. The gold one was good. And now, like I said, this Dead Sea one, I can't really tell if it's a difference. Let's see what the box says. Dead Sea Gel Mineral Mask is formulated with a unique blend of salts and minerals from the Dead Sea in Israel. This gentle treatment draws out dirt and impurities from your skin and peels away dead skin cells. It helps to restore elasticity and fortify the skin with essential moisturizers. Make this treatment part of your weekly regimen to stimulate and beautify your skin. So, they want you to only use it once a week. I guess I'll see how I really feel about it tomorrow. But so far, my skin feels very, very soft. I wish you guys could feel it. But so, thank you guys for tuning in with me on another episode of Mask and Mimosas. Make sure y'all drop a comment below for any other topic you guys want me to talk about, want me to express my opinion on. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on all my social media. Thanks guys. I'll see you next time.